Most people think their problem is motivation. It's not. Motivation was never meant to last. It's a spark, an emotional high that depends on the right mood, the right song. But life gets boring. It gets stressful. And when the feeling fades, so do you. Long pause. This is where the real work begins. In the silence, the repetition, the empty rooms when no one is watching. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't ask if you're inspired. It is structure, a standard. The choice you make when every part of you wants to quit. Pause. If you rely on motivation, you will fail. If you build discipline, you will last. So you build discipline. You do the work. You ignore your feelings. And then, nothing happens. The scale, Dosun, and APO's T move. The phone, Dosun, and APO's T ring. The silence you once embraced now feels like proof of failure. Long pause. This is the real test. Not fighting laziness, but fighting futility. This is where most people break. They mistake the silence for absence. They Dan and Apos. T understand that the work is accumulating. Building a foundation in the dark. Pause. The result, you and Apos, re-waiting for, will not be loud. It will be a quiet click. A subtle shift. A tiny crack of light. Don and Apos. Just do the work. Trust the work. Outlast the silence. You outlasted the silence, and you are still not there. You did the work. You trusted the process, and the reward is more work. This is the final breaking point. The exhaustion of faith. Long pause. It's because you are still looking for the finish line. Stop and look back. Look at the person you were when you started. Anxious, distracted, weak. That person is gone. The goal was never the trophy. It was to build the muscle that could hold it. The reward wasn't the result. It was the resilience you forged in the fire. Pause. And when the results finally command, you will find they matter less than you think. Because the real prize was the person you became to get. And then, after all the silence, the noise comes. The validation you once craved. The applause you learned to live without. And this is the final, most dangerous test. Long pause. Because praise is a greater poison than criticism. It makes you soft. It makes you a performer. You begin to chase the echo of your own success, forgetting the discipline that created it. The struggle was not to escape the bottom. It is to survive the top. Pause. The final discipline is not to do the work. It is to protect your silence. To build a sanctuary from the noise you created. The world will celebrate your results. But you must remain in love with the process. The work was never the means to an end. The work is the end. You have mastered the noise. You have found peace in the process. You think the journey is over. But the final stage has nothing to do with you. Long pause. Look outside. You will see them. The ones starting their climb. Full of motivation that will fade. Facing a silence they do not yet understand. The urge to help, to speak, to guide will be immense. Do not pause. You cannot walk the path for them. You are not their savior. Your purpose is not to calm their storm. It is to be the lighthouse. A steady, silent, unwavering light, proving that a shore exists. Your final discipline is to simply hold your ground. Long pause. The work is no longer about your growth. It is about your presence. The cycle continues, and the light remains.